Hey guys, today we try boondocking around Sedona, then explore the town of Casa Grande, home to a neon sign park and some Cold War era reminders in the middle of the desert.
Good morning. Since we're headed out boondocking for a couple of days, I decided I'd go ahead and bake up some cookies so that we have them ready when we reach our destination. It's a little bit harder to bake things on the stovetop, so I'm taking advantage of electricity while I have it. Those came out pretty well. So I'm going to bag them up and we're going to drive out of the snow. We're ready to go.
We use a variety of online tools to help us find spots for boondocking or dry camping for free. Most of these are BLM or Bureau of Land Management areas, which allow campers. Some of them can be very difficult to navigate without a four-wheel drive, while some of them might be problematic for other reasons. They might be full of trash or a hotspot for loud ATVs, etc. So it can take a while to find a good place to land. Often we have to travel pretty far down washboarded roads, only to find out there's nowhere level or suitable. But eventually, we always find a spot for the night. On a spot for tonight with a beautiful view.
Magnum.
We're boondocking, so I'm frying up some corned beef hash with onions and potatoes and an egg. and I think we'll use up the last of our jalapeno jelly that we bought at Organ Pipe National Park. I think it's going to be a beautiful sunset tonight. I'm looking forward to it. We're going to put out our trail cam tonight. There's a lot of evidence of animals out here, and so we're hoping maybe we can pick something up. We'll see. We'll find out in the morning. We're driving through Sedona and we came upon an art market. So this truck always stops at art markets and farmers markets and sometimes at flea markets, but definitely at art markets. Found a handmade postcard and a handmade decal for the camper.
We decided to leave Sedona without exploring it as well as we'd hoped, so it was time to find another boondocking site for the evening. While driving around, we came across this little stream that reminded us very much of home in Michigan. While searching for a site, we came across this wash, one of many where the water flows during the monsoon season. They're great places to take a walk. We looked around and thought we might spend the night here, but there was something about it that was just giving us a bad vibe. There was a lot of trash. It had been clearly a party hangout, and we just didn't really like the looks of it, so we moved on.
2812 East Thomas Road, on the left.
We love to try locally famous restaurants and eateries, so this trip to Long Wong's was a fun diversion in Phoenix. Besides the fun decor, the service was excellent and the food was very yummy. Bill had a chili dog and I had a patty melt. This is good old-fashioned food and we can recommend it.
Another beautiful Arizona sunset. We're spending a few days here in Casa Grande, so we're going to take advantage of that and run some errands in town. While we're there, we're going to take you along to the Neon Sign Park, which is a very cool bit of history of this area.
Founded in 1879 during the mining boom, Casa Grande was established as a terminus for the Southern Pacific Railroad, consisting of just 5 residents and 3 buildings. It was named for the Hohokam ruins at the nearby Casa Grande Ruins National Monument. In the 1890s, it was nearly abandoned, but eventually made it through the mining bust. There was a Japanese-American relocation camp here that once interned future actor Pat Morita, as well as others. During the Cold War, it was the location of satellite targets, which calibrated spy satellites. Apparently, the city council was split on whether it's pronounced Casa Grande or Casa Grande, but they all agree however you say it, that's just fine. The Neon Sign Park is free and open to the public, and it's chock full of restored signs from demolished hotels, motels, businesses, and novelty signs from the city's colorful past. Many of these signs were lovingly restored by the experts at the Ignite Sign Museum out of Tucson. Both are worth a visit if you appreciate the art of vintage signs. And yes, they light up beautifully at night. We've been here more than once, and the first time we came through, I noticed the olive trees growing in the sidewalks outside of the sign park. That was my first time to see olive trees with actual olives on them, and it was very exciting. Next, we'll take you by the domes of Casa Grande. This is an abandoned facility that had become a rumored place of satanic worship. They were built for the manufacturing of computers in the late 70s, but they were never completed. One of the buildings is shaped like a flying saucer, and the others are spheres joined together like a giant caterpillar. "Don't go into the tunnels," is the local refrain, but it's more likely that there's nothing more sinister than beer drinking and ghost stories going on there. It was clearly marked no trespassing, so we passed on it. These large crosses in the Arizona desert are called the Corona Satellite Calibration Targets. The Corona spy satellite system was launched in the 60s to spy on the Soviet Union, China, and any other allies that came under suspicion. There were 144 satellites sent into orbit, and after taking pictures, the pilots would send their film to the ground, sort of crash land it, but the system needed a set of fixed points so that they could focus their lenses, and thus the Corona system was born. The targets were only visible if you walked up to them, so that made them very stealth. When the project ended in 1972, a number of the crosses were demolished, but a few still remain. They're just hidden out in fields here in the Casa Grande area. Now they're just holdovers from a Cold War era, little reminders of our history. The Casa Grande Ruins National Monument is about 30 miles outside of town. The Casa Grande, or Great House, was abandoned around 1450. The Sonoran Desert peoples who inhabited it left no written language, and nothing was known until the journal entries of Padre Kino, who visited the ruins in 1694. The ruins were ransacked and falling into disrepair until 1892, when President Harrison set aside 1 square mile of Arizona territory as the first prehistoric and cultural reserve in the United States. This is from our favorite pizza place in Casa Grande. It's called Barro's. This is the Kona Hawaiian with bacon. It's laundry day. We try to keep it to a minimum, but every once in a while we do have to do laundry. And one of the things I like about the Escapees RV parks is a nice clean laundry, and I don't have to worry about going to a public laundromat. Everything that you would need. And due to COVID, they are only allowing one person in here at a time, so I've got basically a 2-hour block that is just me and all these washing machines. All mine. Thanks for watching. It's 100 degrees, and so we're off to find cooler temperatures in the Grand Canyon. Let's see if we get there.